this quiet place. It ain't so new to me. It's haunted atmosphere has heard so many scream. My home from home, my twilight zone, my strangest dream. My confidant, I have confessed my life. The quiet room knows more about me than my wife. They've got this place where they've been keeping me, where I can't hurt myself. I just can't get these damn wrists to bleed.
Greetings and salutations and happy Halloween. Welcome to Reading Between the Lines. I am your host, the Water Dog, and today I'm going to celebrate some Halloween and Alice Cooper. You know why? Because I like Alice Cooper, and this was an excuse for me to play Alice Cooper music. I'm going to create a VTES deck around an Alice Cooper song called The Quiet Room, based on the 1978 album From the Inside, one of my all-time favorite albums. So Halloween, Alice Cooper. Ah, yes, we can't go wrong. So anyway, I built a Quaishas deck. Why? Because I haven't played Quaishas in probably 15 years, and it was time for something different. So I decided to build a Quaishas deck. So that's what I did, and I'm thinking Quaishas, Quiet Room, Alice Cooper. You can't go wrong with that. Halloween, it's October, why not? So I built it, I played it a couple of times, and I won both times, and so, you know what? Let's talk about it. So let's get to it. The Quiet Room, brother. It's a Quaishas deck. And really what I'm trying to do more than anything else is I'm trying to take actions, and particularly bleed, and trying to get block fails. And that's really where I'm going with this. And then of course I'm using the Black Hand mechanics, Seraph mechanics, a lot of unlocking mechanics, and even trying to do a Darby dance, which actually did take place. It did take place. I was able to Darby dance with a guarded rubric. So there we go. So let's do this thing, man. I'm sitting here trying to get all this thing lined up for you. So let's do it. Our crypt. The crypt is centered around Ism, and I like him a lot simply because Quaishas, one of the downsides of playing Quaishas is that it costs so much to play. A lot of the cards require blood. And so because of that, it's difficult to play. So having Ism is great simply because Quaishas cost him one fewer blood. So you get that bleed reduction with him. He's also Black Hand, he's also Seraph. And so he's also superior at all those disciplines. You know, you're talking about Celerity, Obfuscate, Quaishas, and Thaumaturgy. And so he's got those superiors, and so he's able to do a lot of different things. And so that's why I like him. So he's the main cog of the deck. He's the guy you got to get out. And if you get him out, you're going to be in pretty good shape for the most part. Okay? So we're playing with 4 of him. We're playing with 3 of Dahuja, the Bronze Bow. He's another Seraph, another Black Hand, superior Quaishas, superior Obfuscate. The key thing is the superior Quaishas and the fact that he's a Seraph. So, you know, with that allows us to use that Seraph mechanic. We're going to play 2 Karifs, +1 bleed, +1 strength. The other thing is that during your turn you can unlock another Ready Black Hand Vampire. So this is another unlock mechanism that you can have for your deck. And so that's why he's in there. Nism, I threw Nism in there mainly because of the fact that, you know, he's a 9-cap, but just having an ag hand, just having another vampire that's different. I'm playing casually with this deck anyway. This is really a casual deck for me just to have some fun with. And so I'm playing with him. He's got ag hands. Nothing wrong with having ag hands, brother. And getting an ag strike. And by the way, too, that's great. Just in combat, there you go. Joe Boot Hill, another Black Hand, +1 strength, once again for combat purposes. And he can enter in combat against a werewolf at +1 stealth as a D action. So that's always nice. He also gets an optional maneuver during that. And then you've got Reza. another Black Hand vampire. So all of these vampires are Black Hand, and we've got 2 Seraphs, and so nice crypt. Crypt works well together because they all have obfuscate. All of them, but Dahuja has superior celerity. So if you're wanting to go with that, but they all have superior Quaishus, which is what I'm really playing around more than anything else. So let's do it too. Let's go to the Master cards. I got 2 Dance Macabres. Once again, this is an unlock. I love the unlock. Dance Macabre is one of my favorite cards. Sabat, of course, is one of my, favorite sects. I would probably say it is my favorite sect. I just love the cards and the mechanics that go in it. And Dance Macabre is one of them. It's a Master card that basically is a freak drive for you. Drop Point Network. I've talked about this on my channel here before. The ability to go get you a win condition, which I was able to do. I was able to get a win condition in one of the games that I've played with it, and Drop Point Network got me a win condition. It got me a win, so there you go. Emergency Preparations, which is a card I don't play with a lot, but let's look at it. Burn 1 pool to cancel a Gehenna card as it's played. Alternatively, if there are at least 2 Gehenna cards in play, you may play this card during your minion phase to unlock a vampire with capacity above 7. So not only can you get rid of a Gehenna card, but if there are Gehenna cards in play, you get an extra unlock with it. So, really, really good card for this deck, I think. Fear Maquette. There's going to be a lot of Camarilla vampires since the 30th edition has come out, and I've seen a lot of Camarilla decks that have come out lately, and so I think now's a good time to put that card, Fear Maquette, into your decks if you're not playing Camarilla vampire. That way you can go ahead and possibly get a vampire off the table, so it's a really good way to get rid of a Justicar, Inner Circle member, that card, so nice. Of course, Giant's Blood. 2 Path of the Bloods. The reason why I've got 2 is, once again, I want to be able to reduce my quietish cost because it is so expensive, and so putting that card into play. Also, the other fact is it can be retaken off the table, so if it does get taken off the table, well, then, here comes another one. Pentex. That's so you can't be blocked. Underworld Hunting Ground. You got to fill up Valen. You got to get your pull back. Weeping Stone. Great card for the Black Hand Vampires. +1 hand size. And then during your unlock phase, Black Hand Vampire you control can gain 1 blood. Any Assamite can burn this card as a D action that costs 1 pull. So it's very hard to get off the table. Someone has to have particularly a true burn location card, because it's going to be very seldom that you're going to be going up against another Assamite quote-unquote Banu Hakim deck. 3 pulls expensive, but you do get the 2 abilities. You get the +1 hand size, and you get the Hunting Ground effect out of it, which is really good. So there you go. 3 wider views, and the reason why I'm playing with 3 wider views is because I want to be able to move those vampires around in my uncontrolled region, and so I want to make sure that happens, and so I've got 3 in there. And then 1 Yoruba Shrine. Great card, Yoruba Shrine. This card is good because it protects you from some D actions and but the other thing is, and let's get what I like about this is about the referendum. It says, if a Ready Banu Hakim Assamite you control is the target of a directed action or is chosen by the Act of Methuselah in the terms of a referendum, you can lock this location to unlock the active minion and have the action or referendum fail. And so now they can't banish you. And so that's the other great thing, is that this is a card that protects your Banu Hakim, your Assamite, from banishment. So there you go. Only usable as the directed action is announced or during the polling step of the referendum before votes and ballots are counted. So, good card, good protection card, only costs you 1 pull, and especially since there's a lot of vote decks going on today, this is a good card to be putting into your deck if you are playing Assamite Banu Hakim. Right, so, actions. I got 2 adits. 2 Condemn the Sins of the Father. Love this card. Choose a clan. Lock all younger vampires of the chosen clan at the inferior, but at the superior as above, and each of those vampires burns 1 blood. So that's really, really good. So locks them down, and then they have to burn a blood. So that card can do some damage, especially late game. 3 Hakim's Law Leadership. 2 Kabar Glories. 2 Kabar Loyalties. And then we get to one of the main cards in the deck we're going to play with. 8 losses, and 8 losses. At the inferior, burn an equipment or location on a minion controlled by your predator or prey. That's really good. And then, of course, you then at the superior can bleed 4+2. And since all of the vampires in your crypt have superior, you can use either one of those abilities in the game. 2 Magic of the Smith, and this is mainly for ISM, because what you want is you want ISM to be able to go out and get a 44 Magnum, and that's what we're going to do. Also, guarded Rubik's. 2 recruitment exercises, 6 reunion commuts, and 3 tattoo signals. The nice thing about the recruitment exercise is, of course, you can gain a pull. You don't have to. You can gain a pull because of the black hand stuff. And then with the tattoo signals, this is another unlock mechanism for your deck. There's many cards in here, and there's many ways to kind of get unlocked. For example, Kabar Glory, you get the +1 bleed, and you get to unlock once that action is successful. And so that's good. Abbott is an action that you can get +1 intercept and unlock and take another action. That's very, very good. And so those type of things. And so the ability to have that is really good. So equipment. 2 44 Magnums, 1 guarded Rubrics. That's your +2 bleed for your black hand. And then a Sargon Fragment. The reason for the Sargon Fragment is just in case I need to go back and fetch something. If I need to go back and fetch it, then I've got a way to do it. And so I've been including the Sargon Fragment in a couple of decks here lately. I've been just kind of really playing with that card, and it's become a very effective card. That is an action you got to stop. So you want to block that. The Art of the Memory, that's a card retriever. And then here we go. 3 Deed, the Heart's Desire. Only usable as the action is announced. Choose a younger vampire. The chosen vampire cannot block this action. And as above, the chosen vampire cannot play reaction cards during this action. Really, really good. So this is a good seduction card. It costs you 1. Of course, if you're using ISM, or if you are using the Path of the Blood, then it's not going to cost you anything to play it, but that's a good way to get an action off right there. Elder Impersonation, block fails. We're going with block fails again. 2 Faceless Knights, 2 Forgotten Labyrinths, 3 Lost in Crowds, 3 Seraph Second. This is another unlock mechanism. So you can unlock once again. Once you're just trying to get some unlocks so that you can multi-act with this. And later on, if you got the Guarded Rubrics, you can Darby Dance. There you go. A Spy Mission, 2 Veiled Allegiance. So that's your modifiers. Going to just basically the rest of the cards. You got 3 Swallowed by the Night. That's for the maneuver and another stealth. Blood Awakening. Blood Awakening is your double card because you can get a +1 intercept with that card, but then also as a modifier, only usable if a younger vampire attempts to block this vampire. That attempt fails, and the blocking vampire cannot attempt to block this action again. So you have 4 Blood Awakenings, you have 3 Elder Impersonations, you have 3 Deed, the Heart Desires, and so that is 10 cards where you can stop somebody from blocking you. And then, of course, if you have anything else, you can use some of the other modified stealth cards to get you through there. 2 Lost in Translations. This is just to have a bounce if it just happens to pop up, but I get lucky and I can do a bounce. And there you go. I got a Lost in Translation. It costs 2, but hey, for a non-disciplined bounce, every once in a while, it's not bad. And then Bleed Reduction, 4 Truth and Inks. And so that's the deck. Plays very, very well. Does a lot of things. And of course, the key to this is to be able to take an action, unlock, and then take another action. And so that's why cards like the Seraph Second, that's why cards like Abbott, that's why cards like the Dance Macabre are also important, because they give you the ability to do things and unlock, and so forth and so on. And the catalyst of that is going to be ISM, and he's the main cog. Happy Halloween, man. Hope you enjoyed the Alice Cooper background music. Thanks for watching, man. I'm the Water Dog. Y'all take care.